Today, we lay out our final objection to the revenue-raising measures contained in the Financial Bill 2023. We also give final instructions to our members of Parliament, after which, depending on how the Ruto administration behaves, this matter may take a very different turn. A celebrated African writer, Chinua Achebe, said, and I quote, "A disease that has never been seen before cannot be cured with everyday herbs." In the history of budget making in Kenya, no regime has imposed so many and so high taxes on our people in return for nothing except fantasies and fairy tales.
Now, welcome back to my political analysis for today, and thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this video. Just in case you are watching and you haven't subscribed, I'm just requesting you to please support me by subscribing and also press the notification bell so that YouTube can automatically update you by sending you the notifications immediately I post a video here on this platform. Otherwise, to my returning subscribers, I really want to take this opportunity to appreciate you so much because of your continued support. Actually, without your support, this channel cannot be where it is currently. So feel very much welcome as you watch, and I really don't take your entire support for granted. Now let us go straight into our analysis for today, and I just want us to talk about the return of the weekly protests. So yesterday, the Azimio Alliance leader, Right Honorable Raila announced the official return of the weekly protests, or the Maandamano, simply because of one thing: William Samoei Ruto's Finance Bill 2023, which Raila Odinga has been afraid of so much because from the look of things, it will simply pass in Parliament. And Raila Odinga, of course, has been fighting so hard to oppose the bill, to fight the bill so hard. But the reason as to why Raila Odinga has failed on his side is because he lacks numbers in Parliament. And we all know that Raila Odinga, whenever you defeat him fair and square, he has never ever conceded defeat. And that is why he's coming up with these intimidations as usual and the threats as usual, using the protest or the Maandamano. That is always path that he has decided to choose. And we had recently William Ruto saying that he understands and he knows how Raila Odinga operates. And Raila Odinga also mentioned that he understands very well how William Samoei Ruto operates. So these are the guys who understand each other. But I just want to request one thing to Raila Odinga, because when he announces the street protest, on his side, he believes that it is a way of countering President William Ruto. But that is not the case. Majority of Kenyans, majority of the hustlers are the ones who are suffering the most because of their businesses have been closed. Some goons use that excuse or that opportunity during the protest to destroy other people's properties. So therefore, majority of people actually suffer the most, especially here in Nairobi County. Let me talk about it just quickly, because it really affects majority of the people. Because I remember during the previous protest, I could see the matatus, the matatu drivers, the matatu sector didn't have even the passengers, because majority of people remained at home. These are the kind, and you heard about Governor Sakaja saying that the Nairobi County lost a lot of money because it did not collect the tax. We also had the Deputy President, Rigathi Gachagua himself, saying that every time Raila Odinga calls for these Maandamanos and the protests, the country is losing Kenya shillings 2 billion. That is a lot of money. So it paralyzes the economy. But the real reasons as to why Raila Odinga has decided to call for the return of the weekly protest is because, first of all, Raila Odinga is saying that William Ruto has refused to listen to Kenyans' plight. According to Raila Odinga, majority of Kenyan people are totally against the Finance Bill 2023, and especially on the housing levy, whereby people are being, or employees together with employers are being deducted a total of 3% from their salaries. So according to Raila Odinga, that is the first reason as to why he should, counter William Ruto, because he has failed to listen to Kenyans' plight. They don't want the finance bill to pass, but according to Raila Odinga, William Ruto is totally forcing the finance bill 2033 to pass, and is using all the means to make sure that the finance bill actually passes. Secondly, ladies and gentlemen, on my side, I think Raila Odinga is just jealous. Raila Odinga is jealous because, from what I know, is that William Ruto is trying to raise funds, or also it is William Samoei Ruto's plan to stabilize the country and also raise funds to implement his manifesto. If, for example, the housing project or the housing plan on the Finance Bill 2023 will pass, I heard, even though I've not confirmed it very well, that the government will be collecting a total of 9 billion per month. That is a lot of money. And that is also if we, if Kenyans pay the taxes on the finance bill the way it proposes, we usually say this country must depend on itself, and we can only depend on ourselves as a country through the payment of taxes. And William Ruto can also raise the funds to implement his manifesto. Raila Odinga has been opposing everything. And I remember very well, let me just repeat. Raila Odinga was the one who opposed William Samoei Ruto's plan on the fertilizer, the cheap fertilizers that William Ruto decided to give to the farmers just to counter the issues of food security. But currently, majority of the farmers are praising William Samoei Ruto because of that issue. From that day, recently, you have never heard Raila Odinga opposing the cheap fertilizer issue, which he fought so hard and he called for Maandamano. Secondly, Raila Odinga was opposing William Samoei Ruto's the Hustler Fund issue, saying that 500 shillings cannot help Mwananchi. But currently, as we speak, William Samoei Ruto has improved on the Hustler Fund, and majority of people, even me on my side, I'm really appreciating the Hustler Fund issue. So Raila Odinga also opposed so much, and he called for the street protest to oppose William Samoei Ruto Hustler Fund. And actually, during those protests, Raila Odinga was urging the people who have been given the Hustler Fund not to repay back the money. Those are the kind of issues that Raila Odinga has been opposing. Right now, as we speak, Raila Odinga is the one opposing the Finance Bill 2023. So if the Finance Bill 2023 will pass, and it will, be something which is good to the people of the Republic of Kenya, Raila Odinga will keep quiet. So that has been actually the norm of Raila Odinga. Thirdly, ladies and gentlemen, according to Raila Odinga, William Ruto shortchanged the hustlers, because the hustlers are the current one who are suffering the most. William Ruto, during his campaign period, he said that, or he was pushing for the hustler narrative, but according to Raila Odinga, immediately William Ruto took over as the President of the Republic of Kenya, he has changed that narrative. He's no longer talking about the hustlers. The hustlers are in pain so much because of the high cost of living. So those are the kind of the reasons as to why Raila Odinga is calling for the street protest. So let me just ask you as I wind up, do you agree to participate on the Maandamano or the street protest? Do you support Raila Odinga's return of the street protest? Let me hear your thoughts on the comment section below. Otherwise, we don't have much. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, my name is Json. Bye bye.